We're ready for the third podcast today. Hey, hey, hey. First of all, why don't you say good morning to everyone? Introduce yourself and say good morning.
Good morning.
Introduce yourself and say good morning. Okay?
Good morning. My name is Natakan. My name is Rich.
Okay, Rich. There you are, Natakan. What's your first name again?
Natakan.
Natakan. Rich. Okay? And
Good morning, everyone. My name is David. My name is Junior.
say that again, Junior.
Hello, everyone. I'm Andrew. Good morning.
Andrew.
Yeah.
That's a nickname, right?
Yep.
And what's your first name?
The same.
Oh, this time. Okay. What about Junior? We didn't hear from Junior. Junior, they didn't hear from you. Come on, introduce yourself loudly. Okay, come on. Andrew, could you just share the microphone to Junior right now? We have Andrew. We have Natakan or Rich, and
Junior.
okay. What's the first name, Junior? Naramit. Okay. So, why are we here today? What's our topic today? What's our topic today? What are we going to talk about today?
We are going to talk about being in the world.
Being Thai in the world. Oh my goodness, that's kind of big topic. What do you want to talk about? Come on, who's going to start? Who's going to start? Andrew would start or Junior? Being Thai in the world. Okay. I don't know where we're going right now. But anyway, I'll be listening. I'll be having my notepad here and I'll be listening. So come on, Junior, get it up.
We want to talk everything being in Thai. And main problem is
The main problem? What do you like to start with talking about problem? Being Thai in the world. And you're going to be talking about problems. Okay, no worries. No worries. This is your floor. I'm going to give everything to you. So you want to talk about problems. Being a young Thai in the world. Right? So you're talking about the problems of the Thai youth. Okay? What do you think are the problems of the Thai youth?
there are
Huh?
too much phone.
Too much phone in their lives. Phone addicts. ADD. That's addict. 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 How do you say addict in Thai? Phone addict. That Junior here is saying that one of the problems of the Thai youth is being a phone addict. How would you say addict in Thai? Come on, Rich. Andrew, come on, there's your microphone. Tit. That's kind of not good. That's kind of not good. Okay, anyway. So, give the microphone back to Junior there. So, phone addicts. Oh my goodness, I think you're talking from experience here. Have you seen phone addicts as your friends? Do you have friends who are who?
Andrew.
Andrew, oh my goodness, you are a problem. Andrew, it seems that Junior is saying you are a problem. Are you really a phone addict?
Yeah.
Really? So do you agree with Junior saying that phone addicts are problems for young Thais?
Yep, it is.
Really?
Yeah.
So why? I'm not sure where we're going really here. So why do you think being a phone addict is a problem?
You just play too much on your phone
And
and you don't do anything else.
really?
Yeah.
So and Junior here is saying that you are a phone addict, and you're saying that the phone becomes the number one thing in your life, and that's going to be like a problem.
Yeah.
And how do you think people or young Thai people like you would do something? I mean, what should you do in order for you to become not a problem? Okay? But I think it's kind of a big thing to say that being a phone addict is a problem. So long as you know your priorities, right? Priorities. Sir Andrew, how would you say priorities in Thai? Okay, and could you spell priority? Rick, could you spell priority, Rich? Yes.
PRIORITIES.
Okay, according to Andrew. So, using your phone, being a phone addict, I'm not so sure whether it's a real problem, so long as you would know your priorities, like you, Andrew. Are you losing your track of your priorities because of you using your phone too much?
Sometimes,
Sometimes, so that's a problem. I think in that particular way, Junior is correct. Okay. Is there any other problem that you like to talk about, Junior? Being a Thai youth in the world. That's kind of good topic right now, right? Is there any other problem besides that?
I think it's no more.
That's the number one problem for you. Thank you for recognizing that. Okay, so Benjamin Kite School, you heard that from Junior. Stop being a phone addict. Okay? So, what else? What else are we going to talk about today? Being a Thai youth in the world.
Next is Thai and
You have to speak loudly.
next is Thai and Thai in general.
Oh, Thais in general. The Thai youth. Why don't we talk about the Thai youth? Okay? So, okay, come on, fire away, Rich.
I think Thai is a wonderful country because there is
Thailand is a wonderful country.
yes, because there is a really beautiful natural and very spicy food and really beautiful beach.
Okay, so how would you relate that to being Thai in the world, being a Thai youth in the world? The beautiful beaches, the beautiful country. Of course, we all know that Thailand actually is they're in the top 5, I guess, of the most beautiful country, of the most visited country in the world.
Yeah.
Okay, so how would you relate that to being a Thai in the world? That means, are you saying here that Thai youth are so competitive in the world because of this advantage, a beautiful country, and lots of people would like to see Thailand? Is it a positive factor for Thailand and for the Thai youth to become so competitive in the world? What do you think, Andrew?
They do. They draw some attention by all the good stuff in the country, and
What? How are you going now? Rich, what are you thinking about when you say that this particular factors, beautiful country and stuff, okay, would help the Thai youth to become competitive in the world?
Yeah, because Thai people is very friendly. They are always smiling in the face.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's enough. I mean, that's what I'm saying now. You guys should know how to be more competitive. You already know that you have a beautiful country.
Yeah.
And lots of people really would like to see Thailand. Okay? You have to use these factors in order to become competitive. Okay, in the world. So what now? I think this is a very good question. I'm gonna ask the three of you, okay, and you need to share your idea. How would you think that these factors, like Thailand being a beautiful country, would give an advantage to you as a Thai youth in the future to be more competitive? Come on, Andrew, you start. How would you relate that biggest advantage? I mean, for the Thai youth to become more competitive in the world. Really, your topic is really kind of big. Andrew, come on. How would you relate that? You're running out of words?
Yep.
Really? Okay, just
I'm rich.
So come on, what about you, Junior? What's in your mind? How are you going to make yourself more competitive being a member of the Thai youth, okay, or the young generation in Thailand? And all these factors that you know, that your country is a beautiful country and it's being visited by lots of people. So how are you going to use that in order to be more competitive in the world?
I will use everything what I know about Thailand.
Okay.
The places, beautiful places where I visit.
Okay. And I think that is, I'm just saying, I'm just really trying to wait from you guys, talking about, do you think that languages like, English and Chinese would help you to use that particular factor or advantages? Okay?
Yes.
You think so? Really? How? So what about you, Junior? Are you really looking at languages like English or Chinese to become, helpful in order for you to achieve being competitive you think the role of languages would be in order for the Thai youth to be more competitive in the world? Do they play a major role learning languages?
I think they should be good at Chinese and English, like to compete with other countries. If they
Are you thinking to learn Chinese as well, the way that you are so fluent in English?
yeah.
Really? Do you know some Chinese words then? Well, anyway, this is English podcast, so we're gonna have another time for that. What about you, Rich? What do you think about learning languages in order for the Thai youth to be more competitive in the world?
I think it's important because English is the #1 language in now.
Okay. And then next is Chinese.
They be shy because they didn't say correct, but they don't know when they say it wrong. The
Okay. So guys, before we wrap up, I want you to at least say something, 1 minute each, advice, whatever, for the Thai youth to become more competitive in the world. Start, Andrea. What you can tell them. In general, okay? Nothing particular. In general, that would be okay.
Well, first, you gotta stop being a phone addict and
Very good.
and study hard.
Okay.
Do what you gotta do and just focus on your goal, I think. Yeah.
That's quite good.
And just
So
go for it.
now, are you thinking about you being a phone addict?
I still have that.
Really? So there would be changes. In the days to come, we're gonna watch out for that, okay? Oh, Junior, your last words for our very good Benjamin College students.
First, try to be on school every day.
Okay.
As much as you can.
Don't be late. You
Don't be
mean?
late.
Okay. You can be late sometimes, you know. We don't have to be so tight. And then what else?
Study hard, work hard, try to do your best.
Always do your best. I think that's the key, right? In everything that you do your best. That's from Ginger. In everything that you do your best. For Andrew, stop being a phone addict like him. And it's gonna change now. And what about you, Rich?
yeah, I want to tell do not smoke in the school.
Don't smoke in the school. Don't smoke in the school. That's quite big. Do you know some people or some students who are smoking in the school?
Oh, it's a bad question.
Rich, it's a bad question. I'm asking if you know some students who are smoking in the school and you're saying it's a bad question. Okay, you don't like to betray your friends. Okay, no worries. So I like